from the band Coldwater Canyon, and you're watching RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network, your #1 streaming source for all things Trump. You can find Coldwater Canyon's music on cdbaby.com and keep tuning in to RSBN. We'll be right here on the Trump train with you.
We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna make America free again. People have the power to vote that way. All you people screaming USA. We're gonna fill this country with work again. We're gonna bring those jobs
heavy price. Left home young and innocent, came back to protest signs. But he still wakes up screaming in the middle of the night. Falls down upon his hands and knees, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind? That what I did was right. Back in 67, I was told to go and fight. Gave it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done and a little peace of mind. Well, she didn't win no medal, red cross upon her sleeve. It was her life's mission, helping those in need. She can still see their faces, finds it hard to sleep sometimes, as she lifts her hands to heaven, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind? That what I did was right. After 9/11, I was asked to go and fight. I gave it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done and a little peace of mind. So raise up your glasses and join me in a toast. I thank the man in heaven that I rose who gave the most. Be thankful for your freedom and the right to speak your mind. Just remember who you're hurting. When you hold that protest signs, give a peace of mind. Oh, peace of mind. That what they did was right. After 9/11, they were asked to go and fight. Gave it all they had. Now all they wanna find is a country proud of a job well done and a little peace of mind. Peace of mind. Peace of mind. Nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows. Is there something at home? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows. Nobody knows what she's running from. You can ask her to dance if you want, but you smile and just say no. Nobody knows why she dances alone. Nobody knows why she dances alone. Said nobody knows.
Once Trump gets in office, both crooked Clintons go to jail. One for perjury and obstruction of justice, and the other for rape. Trump 2016.
Stand by for reboot to fix audio delay. Stand by for reboot to fix audio delay. Stand by to reboot to fix audio delay. Stand by for reboot to fix audio delay.
from the band Coldwater Canyon, and you're watching RSBN, the Right Side Broadcasting Network, your number one streaming source for all things Trump. You can find Coldwater Canyon's music on cdbaby.com and keep tuning in to RSBN. We'll be right here on the Trump train with you.
We're gonna make America great again. We're gonna make America free again. People have the power to vote that way. All you people screaming USA. We're gonna fill this country with work again. We're gonna bring those jobs back for good again. We gotta make those deals in a better way and keep prosperity here to stay. And now that trains are rolling, all of that self-loathing's gonna fade. So you better climb aboard, 'cause that engine's gonna roar on down the rail. We're gonna make this land of ours one again. We're gonna make this nation happy again. People have the power, so let's act that way.
signs, but he still wakes up screaming in the middle of the night. Falls down upon his hands and knees, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind, that what I did was right. Back in 67, I was told to go and fight. Give it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done and a little peace of mind. Well, she didn't win no medal, red cross upon her sleeve. It was her life's mission, helping those in need. She can still see their faces, finds it hard to sleep sometimes, as she lifts her hands to heaven, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind, that what I did was right. After 9/11, I was asked to go and fight. I gave it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job truth, your guess is as good as mine. Nobody knows, nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows, nobody knows. Is there something at home? Nobody knows, nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows, nobody knows what she's running from. You can ask her to dance if you want, but you smile and just say no. Nobody knows why she drinking. All the rumors are true, really sinking. In a broken heart of blue. Well, you told me you still love me, but girl, how could it be if you still want your freedom?
She's dead. On the ballot. This is the biggest lie in the world. You guys suck! Media sucks! Media sucks! Media sucks! Media sucks! Because you do!
These conversations with an open bottle of wine, let me know that today I'll be alright, 'cause we tried to work it out. Too bad we never could. We had our ups and downs. Now you're gone for good. So what about me? What about us? What about life, baby? What about love? What's our plans and all our dreams? What about me?
It's a pleasure to be here in Chocolate World, USA. Lou and I can't tell you how much we appreciate you being here. We know what it means to you. We know what it means to us. We know what it means to the United States. So I have something that I just want to ask you, that I've asked everyone before, even the media, and they're stunned when I say this. How's it been going the last 30 years with governors and senators and career politicians being president? $20 trillion in debt. 20 million people out of work and underemployed. The borders are wide open. No jobs. We're not respected around the world. And who's going to bring that respect back? And what are we going to do with Hillary Clinton on November the 8th? Yeah, I have an 18-year background in law enforcement, a prosecutor. Now, remember, it was reported that Hillary Clinton, when she was being interviewed by the FBI, said 41 times, "I do not recall or I do not remember. When she was interviewed, questioned at another deposition 21 times. I do not recall, I do not remember. Now here's, as a prosecutor, what that meant to me when I was interviewing a potential target. It means perhaps there's a mental problem, or they're lying to us, and I think it's both for Hillary Clinton. And who's going to clean that swamp out in D.C.? I'm going to turn it over now to my colleague, one of my best friends in Congress, Lou Barletta.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know about you, but this feels like a movement to me. You remember back when nobody gave him a chance, when he was on the stage and nobody gave him a chance, and here we are, just a few days away from seeing the next president of the United States of America. Now, you know, Tom and I, we have to work in Washington, and I say we have to work in Washington. And you know, we were one of the first two in Washington to endorse Donald Trump. Now, I don't know about Tom, but I didn't make any friends there when I did it. But you know what? I have a dog, and he's my best friend in Washington, and I didn't need the rest of them there. But people ask me, you know, why did you endorse Donald Trump? You know, a little bit about myself. I grew up in a family that told you what they thought. And you know, sometimes that hurt, but it taught us to be honest. You know, I think America needs an honest leader. How about you? Somebody who will tell you what they think and means what they say. You know, I've been waiting a long time for someone to come along, and I didn't know if it would happen in my lifetime, that somebody would come along who was strong enough to finally say there will be no more illegal immigration in America because we're going to secure the borders. And I don't care what the consultants say. I don't care what people in Washington say. We have laws for a reason, and a country without borders is not a country. I was waiting for someone that was strong enough that, you know, that our allies would trust us and our enemies would fear us. I've been waiting for that person, and I've been waiting for someone to come along that will finally give our military, our sons and daughters, the tools that they need to defend our country and come home safely again. And I've been waiting for somebody to come along that will give our veterans the care that they deserve. And I've been waiting for somebody to come along that will stand up to the establishment in Washington and say that I am the voice of the people. And I've been waiting for somebody to come along that will stand up to the media and tell it like it is. And ladies and gentlemen, that person has come along. It's Donald J. Trump, the next president of the United States of America. Now, Thunder and Lightning will be back in a little bit. We're going to begin the show, and I'm going to turn it back over to Tom.
You know, my father told me you leave two things in your life as what you meant while you were living: your children and your word. And that's where Lou and I stand out, because we were told when we first came out for Trump, you guys' career are over. And we never thought that from the beginning. But ladies and gentlemen, I now want to introduce you to a person who's going to do the invocation. It's by the Pennsylvania GOP Central Caucus co-chair, Catherine Wood Jacobs. Catherine.
Please bow your heads in prayer with me. Heavenly Father, thank you for the blessings this day will bring and for the privilege of being gathered together in the spirit of goodwill, friendship, and enthusiastic support for Donald Trump and Mike Pence, both true and good leaders. Grant them the gift of sound judgment, wise leadership, and compassion for those in need. We pray they continue to walk in humility, integrity, and honesty as they lead our party and all people they represent. We understand that blue lives matter. We hold all first responders close to our hearts, realizing they risk their lives every day to keep us safe. We beseech you, Lord, to keep these brave men and women in your hands and protect them as they protect us. For those courageous individuals who are in the armed services around the world, and particularly those in harm's way, we are thankful for their willingness to dedicate their lives to the defense of all free people and pray for their safe return to their families. We are grateful for the many freedoms we enjoy, among them the freedom to choose our leaders, the freedom to voice our opinions about the affairs of our government, the freedom to assemble without fear to worship you, and the freedom to meet with those who are like-minded in settings such as this one. As we go into the Christmas season, please help us to remember its true meaning and guide us to keep in mind those less fortunate and do what we can to improve their condition. Lastly, Lord, let us appreciate how fortunate we are to live in Pennsylvania and be citizens of the United States of America. Help us heal the division that exists in this great country to once again become one nation under God. Amen.
We'll now have the Pledge of Allegiance by Pennsylvania GOP Central Caucus Co-Chair Dick Stewart.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
And now it's truly a pleasure of mine to introduce Cynthia Lindsay, who's going to sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That was fantastic. We will now have remarks by the National Federation of Republican Women President, Carrie, Allman.
Good evening, Pennsylvania. It is a thrill to be here tonight representing the largest women's organization in the country, the National Federation of Republican Women. Since Mother's Day, we have traveled nearly 30,000 miles on the 2016 Destination White House tour in our red, white, and blue RV named Rosie. People ask me, why would you spend 6 months on an RV? I'll tell you why. We are out there because we knew that we had to make a difference in this critical election. We have rallied with tens of thousands of women. Women who tell me Hillary Clinton does not speak for me. Women who tell me they want Donald J. Trump in the White House. Oh, but that's not what the Democrats and their allies, the liberal media, want you to believe. Over and over, Hillary has tried to play the women card. They've tried to bully us into voting for Hillary. They've tried shocking us. They've even tried to scare us. But you know something? Their desperate ploy won't work. Because we hold the winning hand and we hold the Trump card. In fact, their tactics are backfiring. Donald Trump's support among women is up just since last weekend. Women and all Americans have had enough of the culture of corruption in Washington, of politicians who put themselves above the law with secret servers and paid to play schemes. We want to vote our aspirations, not our fears. As I have traveled through Pennsylvania and across this United States, I've seen town after town with closed sign on Main Street doors and nothing left but a gas station and post office. With Donald Trump, we have a successful businessman who builds and creates jobs. He will make our economy grow again. We want a leader who will fix the broken healthcare system and not double down on failure. Donald Trump will make America safe again. And yes, Donald Trump will make America great again. Pennsylvania,
The rest of the United States is depending on you. Let's do this on Tuesday.
Before I introduce the next speaker, I want to get your opinion. I've been dropping this piece of legislation since I've been in D.C. for 6 years. Tell me what you think about term limits for senators and congressmen. So does Donald Trump. It gives me great pleasure to introduce the next Auditor General of Pennsylvania, John Brown.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. This is amazing, isn't it? Let's hear it. My name is John Brown, and I'm your candidate to become the next Auditor General for the state of Pennsylvania. I'm running because I want to make Pennsylvania great again. I currently serve as the county executive in Northampton County. And what you need to know about me is I'm not a politician, I'm a business person. And all I'm wanting to do is the right thing. In my 2.5 years as county executive, I've eliminated all deficit spending. I've reduced the county's budget by over 10%. I've cut tens of millions of dollars of waste out of our system. I've tripled our cash reserves. I've reduced our health care costs by 20%. I've taken a nursing home that was losing millions of dollars and it'll be profitable this year. And I've taken our bridges that were failing and have them repaired while creating 1,800 jobs in the process. Now, if I can do that in just 2.5 years, imagine what I'll do for you as your Auditor General in Harrisburg this next year. Now, I'm just a business guy. I'm just a business guy that wants to make Pennsylvania great again. Unfortunately, when I look around at our country, I see many of the same challenges. I have a few questions for you. Are you tired of record deficit spending by Washington, 19 trillion and growing? Are you tired of a depleted military struggling to keep us safe at home and abroad? Are you tired of health care costs spiraling out of control because of Obamacare? Are you tired of a veterans hospital system so inefficient that veterans can't get in and are dying while they're waiting to take care? Are you tired of an anemic economy suffering from overtaxation, overregulation, and too much government interference? And are you tired of a system designed to protect career politicians? Now just imagine if we had a business guy as president. What might he be able to accomplish in just a few short years? Now fortunately, I just happen to know a guy, a business guy, a very successful business guy, as a matter of fact, who wants to make America great again. His name, he happens to be our nominee for president, Donald J. Trump. Now I can tell you from my own experience, President Donald J. Trump will cut spending. He will cut job-killing taxes. He will cut regulations that are strangling our businesses. He will repeal Obamacare. He will invest in our military to keep us safe here and abroad. He will ensure our veterans get the health care that they've earned. And it'll jumpstart our economy and create family-sustaining jobs that will stay here in Pennsylvania and the US of A. Now, I have a few questions for you. My question is, are you ready? I said, are you ready? Are you ready to make Pennsylvania great again? Are you ready to make America great again? Are you ready to help Republicans retain control of the U.S. Senate by re-electing Pat Toomey as our Pennsylvania State Senator? Are you ready to get the vote out and make Donald J. Trump the next President of the United States? My name is John Brown. May God bless you and may God bless America.
Now, it gives me great honor to introduce a man who served the Republican State Committee as chairman for over a decade, Rob Gleason.
Thank you, everybody, and I want to really thank you all for coming. I've been traveling the whole Commonwealth. This is the best crowd I've seen all over Pennsylvania. And what we want to do is we're going to turn Pennsylvania red again for Donald J. Trump. And we're going to put Hillary Clinton in the penalty box.
Those are just coming. There's some seats over here. So come on over. Listen, Donald Trump's going to be here shortly, but just listen closely. It's getting louder. It's getting louder. You know what that sound is? It's the sound of the swamp getting drained. Let's wait for Donald Trump.
To you tonight. I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you.
This stark truth. In Hillary Clinton's America, things get worse. Under her dishonest plan, taxes keep rising, terrorism spreads. Washington insiders remain in control. Americans losing their jobs, homes, and hope. In Donald Trump's America, people are put back to work. Our families are safe. The American dream achievable again. Change that makes America great again.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Extremely careless.
Email system was breached by hostile actors.
Gross negligence.
Hillary Clinton put our national security at risk, and she's still lying.
Director Comey said that my answers were truthful.
That's not true. Even the Washington Post says Hillary Clinton lied, comparing her to Pinocchio.
I may have short-circuited it, and for that,
Careless, reckless, crooked, putting her interests ahead of national security. Don't let Hillary Clinton do it again.
They are often the kinds of kids that are called super predators. No conscience, no empathy.
Some are new to politics completely, and they are living in their parents' basement. That is a mindset that is really affecting their politics.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
I love being a mom, but no matter how hard we work, we can't get ahead. Childcare costs have us stuck. Donald Trump is listening.
My child care plan allows for every family in America to deduct their child care expenses from their income taxes.
His child care plan makes a difference for working families. More money, more freedom. He's helping Americans just like us.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Seals back here in the RSBN headquarters in Auburn, Alabama. 28,500 strong right now, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. Reminder that tomorrow is going to be an extra busy day, probably the busiest day for Donald Trump of the entire campaign season. He will be at 4 Trump rallies, and RSBN will be at 3 of those rallies. Starting off in the morning tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m., we are going to be live in Tampa, Florida. Donald Trump will be giving a rally there. That'll be his second to the last rally in Florida. He will return on Monday, the day right before Election Day. And then also tomorrow he'll be in Wilmington, North Carolina at an airport hangar before taking the campaign out west to Reno, Nevada first. We will have a crew there in Reno live. And also we'll have a crew in Denver, a late night tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time start for that rally in Denver. So that will be 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast. But we hope you'll stay up and join us because we have a camera crew there and we will show you the crowds. The only station that shows you the crowds, Right Side Broadcasting Network. Here we have Wayne Dupree's show coming up immediately following this rally. Please help us. We have been blazing the trail for you folks to show you these crowds because no one else will. As soon as Trump says they never show the crowds, our camera goes around and around and around and we show the entire crowd. And so we really appreciate everybody's support. Please donate to us. We are in desperate need of funds right now. rsbn.tv/donate. We don't take money from outside sources. We're completely funded by you, the viewer. So you can donate to us at rsbn.tv/donate. We have some super big plans after the election. You will find out those plans on November 9th. Back to the music, and we'll see you after the rally. And folks, I want to remind everybody tonight watching us that you can also watch this broadcast. We're simulcasting right now on Donald Trump's Facebook page. You can watch it at facebook.com/Donald Trump. We hope that you'll stay here and watch it with us here at Right Side. But you can always watch it at Trump's Facebook if you have any issues with this video, which I don't know why you would. That crowd is absolutely packed. This place is, there's not a seat left in the house. In fact, this rally sold out. They were full. They were no longer accepting any more registrations at the website about 24 hours after this rally was announced. So this thing sold out quickly. So if Trump loses Pennsylvania, that's confirmation that it is rigged, folks. I'm sorry. But this is huge right here. This is absolutely huge. This place is packed. There is not a seat in the House that isn't full. So just know that Donald Trump is going to win the state of Pennsylvania. Mark my words. I used to live in Pennsylvania. Obama is not popular there, especially in the western part of Pennsylvania, and I think he's just going to dominate in the western area of Pennsylvania. And the key is to sort of just overload the vote there in western PA enough to offset some of the vote coming in from Philadelphia, although I think Trump is going to get a lot of those too, and he may even make a surprise stop in Philadelphia on Sunday. You'll have to wait and see.
twice. Left home young and innocent, came back to protest signs. But he still wakes up screaming in the middle of the night. Falls down upon his hands and knees, praying, God, won't you help me find peace of mind? That what I did was right. Back in 67, I was told to go and fight. Give it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done and a little peace of mind. Well, she didn't win no medal, red cross upon her sleeve. It was her life's mission, helping those in need. She can still see their faces, finds it hard to sleep sometimes, as she lifts her hands to heaven, praying, God, won't you let me find peace of mind? That what I did was right. After 9/11, I was asked to go and fight. I gave it all I had. Now all I wanna find is a country proud of a job I've done and a little peace of mind. So raise up your glasses and join me in a toast. knows, nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows, nobody knows. Is there something at home? Nobody knows, nobody knows why she dances alone. No, nobody knows, nobody knows what she's running from. You can ask her to dance if you want, but you smile and just say no. Nobody knows why she dances alone. Nobody knows why she dances alone. Said nobody knows.
All right, are you all ready to win? Are you ready to bring home Pennsylvania? Are you ready to elect Donald Trump and Mike Pence, President and Vice President of the United States? How many people here agree that we're in a battle for freedom today? Do you agree? We're in a battle for freedom. It's the same battle that founded this country, the same battle that James Madison reaffirmed in the Bill of Rights. It's the same battle that founded our party. And here we are today. You and I know that Donald Trump will fight for our freedom. Donald Trump will secure our southern border. Donald Trump will fight for a strong defense. Donald Trump will fight for a conservative Supreme Court. And Donald Trump and Mike Pence will make America great again. And just look, you know, these elections are choices, and look at the choice that we have. We know that Donald Trump isn't politically correct. And you look, I figured you'd like that. And you look at Hillary Clinton, and she lies over and over and over again. Isn't it amazing? Are you ready to beat her on Tuesday? It's amazing. She can remember every single transgression, every quote that Donald Trump has ever said from 25 years ago. But when she was asked about something that actually matters, like the security of the United States of America, when she was interviewed by the FBI, 39 times she said, "I don't recall." She lies. She lied when she said she turned over her emails. She lied when she said nothing was confidential. She lied when she said that nothing was classified and it was never marked, when actually we saw that the emails were marked. She lied about the Clinton Foundation, and she sold her position and put $250 million in her pocket and Bill Clinton's pockets on the backs of the American people. Here's the difference. Here's the difference between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump and Mike Pence will tell you the truth. Donald Trump and Mike Pence will protect your Second Amendment rights. And Donald Trump and Mike Pence will protect vets and the heroes of our country and our military. And we know that Donald Trump and Mike Pence will protect the sovereignty of the United States. Who here wants 4 more years of a Barack Obama-style government? Who here wants 4 years of Hillary Clinton in the White House? Who here is ready to save America and elect Donald Trump President of the United States and make America great again? Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Trump will be here shortly. We're told he's in the building now and should be out very shortly. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to Right Side Broadcasting Network's live coverage of Donald Trump in Hershey, Pennsylvania. You don't want to miss tomorrow. Again, there will be 4 Trump rallies live here on RSB, and we are in the home stretch, folks, so it is time to go all in. Do what you got to do. Tomorrow morning, first thing at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Donald Trump in Tampa, Florida. RSBN's Brad Savage will be there live, bringing you all the action and showing you the huge crowds like this, which no other network, mind you, will do. We're the only one there showing the crowds, and we have listened to you guys, and we know that you appreciate that. Don't miss tomorrow. Also at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, Donald Trump in Wilmington, North Carolina, will be at a hangar, which he will then fly out west and take the campaign west to Reno, Nevada, which will be there. Martin, the guy that's filming right now, will actually be in Reno about 12 hours from now, filming that rally. And then tomorrow night, a late one at 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 11:30 on the East Coast, Trump will be in Denver for a huge rally out there in Denver. I think all these states are in play, folks. I think Michigan is in play. Look at the Drudge Report headline right now. Michigan is tied right now. We are within the margin of error in most of the other polls in Michigan. We are within the margin of error in states that we have not won since Reagan was president. So I think that Trump's going to carry this thing. If Trump loses Pennsylvania, I'm sorry, folks. The election is rigged. The whole thing is rigged. This place is amazing. There's not one empty seat in this entire building. So when you look at that, you see what this movement is all about, and that's why we're here. Please support us. rsbn.tv/donate. I believe nobody's here yet.
We made an announcement, sound like.
All right, we're going to cut it and go back to the crowd now. Please help us at rspn.tv/donate. We want to make all of our cameras look like this camera. We got one of these and we need 3 more of them. So thank you all for the support. See you after the election, or see you after the rally.
What an incredible turnout, a packed house, happy faces, gorgeous weather, winning seasons for the Eagles and the Steelers so far. And as announced this afternoon, here in Pennsylvania, a dead heat tie in the polls. We'd like to thank you for coming out tonight to show your support for the next President of the United States, Donald Trump. Well, I look at this packed house. I'm reminded of a joke we have in the campaign that when Donald Trump visits a venue, he attracts the largest crowd in history for someone who doesn't play an instrument and doesn't play a sport. And tonight in Hershey, Pennsylvania, you've proved this right. I know why you're here. You share a love of your country with Donald Trump and a desire to change the system that benefits those at the tippy top and often leaves behind those who work hard and play by the rules and just want a fair opportunity, thank you, and a better future. So in just a few days, Pennsylvania and the rest of America will go to the polls and decide who should lead our nation. At this time, Trump. On the one hand, we have Donald Trump, a builder, an innovator, a problem solver, a job creator, who's employed tens of thousands of men and women. And throughout his career, he has believed, and he has invested, and he has achieved. The critics and the naysayers will not break our spirit. And they will not curb our movement. They will not tell us how to vote and what to think and what to do and who will win. You got it. Nice. Mr. Trump and his family have made a tremendous sacrifice for him to run for president. The usual incentives from the system of fame and power and fortune and position just simply do not apply. He already had all of that. And unlike typical politicians that make campaigns, he built a movement. And each of you is an important part of that movement. So if you consider yourself a change maker, an outsider, a non-politician, if you're sick of empty promises and lousy results, then ladies and gentlemen, bring a buddy, bring a friend, a family member, a colleague, a neighbor, come out and vote on Tuesday. Because when you hear that Donald Trump won Pennsylvania, you'll know he won the presidency.
Clintons. From dead broke to worth hundreds of millions. So how did Hillary end up filthy rich? Pay-to-play politics. Staggering amounts of cash poured into the Clinton Foundation from criminals, dictators, countries that hate America. Hillary cut deals for donors, sold out American workers, exploited Haitians in need. She even handed over American uranium rights to the Russians. Hillary Clinton only cares about power, money, and herself.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the next President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. This is amazing. And you know what? We have 7,000 people outside trying to get in. Can you believe it? In 4 days, we are going to win the great state of Pennsylvania, and we are going to win back the White House. We are going to win it back. Unbelievable. Look at this. Maybe because I went to school in Pennsylvania. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe. My kids went to school in Pennsylvania. A smart place, Pennsylvania. Real change begins with immediately repealing and replacing Obamacare. It's just been announced that the residents of Pennsylvania are going to experience a massive double-digit premium hike. No good. In the great state of Arizona, where I just left, premiums are going up more than 116%. All 67 counties in Pennsylvania are losing Obamacare insurers next year. Lots of luck negotiating, folks. But it won't matter because it'll be terminated. You won't have to bother. We'll have great health care at much less expense, much lower price. You'll be paying a fraction of what you're paying, and you're going to get really good stuff, I can tell you. Premiums are surging on Obamacare. Companies are leaving. Insurers are fleeing. Doctors are quitting. And deductibles are through the roof. You have deductibles, $13,000, $14,000, $15,000. Nobody's ever seen anything so ridiculous. And yet Hillary Clinton wants to double down on Obamacare, making it even more expensive. And she also wants to, by the way, raise your taxes very substantially. I'm asking for your vote so we can repeal and replace Obamacare and save health care for every family in Pennsylvania and our country. We're going to do it, folks. We're going to do it. Oh, boy, are we going to win. We are going to win Pennsylvania big. Look at this. I hear we set a new record for this building. And by the way, I didn't have to bring J-Lo or Jay-Z. The only way she gets anybody. I'm here all by myself. I am here all by myself. Just me, no guitar, no piano, no nothing. But you know what we do have? And it's all of us, it's all the same. We all have great ideas and great vision for our country. That's what we have. So I know we have two of our great congressmen here, Tom Marino, Lou Barletta. They're here. Where are they? No, we love them, folks. They're great. Real change also means restoring honesty to our government. As you know, the FBI has and you know this. Has anybody heard? Has anybody heard? Just a little rumor. Just a little rumor. I think a couple of you have heard. As you know, the FBI has reopened its criminal investigation into Hillary Clinton. They are also conducting a second criminal investigation into Hillary's pay-for-play corruption at the State Department. Last night, it was just confirmed that the 650,000, can you believe that number? Emails they discovered include brand new emails not previously seen by authorities. Likely, they will be classified information loaded. However, the reports also show that the political leadership at the Department of Justice is trying very hard, actually as hard as they can, to protect Hillary Clinton from the FBI. From the FBI. And I salute the FBI for taking this step. Remember, John Podesta, her top person, said Hillary Clinton has bad instincts. WikiLeaks. Bernie Sanders said she has bad judgment. So if she's got bad instincts, and if she's got bad judgment, why are we putting her to run for president, right? I mean, why is she running? Bad instinct. Now, you know, Sanders was running against her, so he says bad judgment. Here's a guy who works with her all the time, and he puts in an email that Hillary has bad instincts. That's not what we want for president, folks. And then you have President Obama, instead of getting jobs, instead of taking care of our military, instead of beating ISIS, he's out campaigning all the time. He ought to go back to the Oval Office and go to work. She created an illegal email server to shield her criminal activity, and then she illegally destroyed 33,000 emails after receiving a congressional subpoena. The key word is after. So she gets the subpoena, congressional subpoena. You don't get any better than that. And she said, you better get rid of these. Well, she said it was about the wedding and about yoga, remember? 33,000. But I have a feeling the 650,000 will do very nicely. If she were to win, it would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis. This will go on for years, folks. If she ever got into the Oval Office, Hillary and her special interests would rob our country blind. My contract with the American voter begins with a plan to end government corruption. I want the entire corrupt Washington establishment to hear the words we're all about to say. When we win on November 8th, we are going to drain the swamp. I keep telling people I hated that expression. I said it's so hokey. And then one group heard it, they went crazy. Another group heard it. Then we had a big, big rally in Florida. They went crazy about it. And now I love it. It's true. It's very accurate. At the core of my contract is my plan to bring back our jobs. The great state of Pennsylvania has lost almost 40% of its manufacturing jobs since NAFTA. A deal signed by Bill Clinton and supported by crooked Hillary Clinton. One of the most amazing statistics that I've ever heard. Something I thought was a typographical error. America has lost not 700, not 7,000, which I assumed it might be, has lost 70,000 factories since China entered the World Trade Organization. Another Bill Clinton and Hillary-backed deal. We are living through the greatest jobs theft in the history of the world. Tyco laid off 808 workers in Harrisburg and Carlisle and moved their jobs to China, India, and Mexico. TE Connectivity laid off 102 workers in Middletown and moved their jobs to China, Vietnam, and Singapore. Kodai laid off 100 workers, moved their jobs to China. Durabond Pipe laid off 145 workers and moved their jobs overseas. A Trump administration will stop the jobs from leaving America, and we will stop the jobs from leaving Pennsylvania. The theft of American prosperity will end. It's ending. If a company wants to fire their workers, leave Pennsylvania, move to another country like Mexico, which is taking so many of our companies, and then ship their products back into the United States, where we will soon have, by the way, a very strong and powerful border. We will make them pay a 35% tax on those products coming in. Now, you know what's going to happen, right? They're not leaving. They won't leave. And if they do, we're going to make a lot of money. They're going to pay a lot of tax. But they won't leave. They won't leave. A Trump administration will renegotiate NAFTA, and if we don't get the deal we want, we will terminate NAFTA and get a much, much, much better deal for our workers. We will also immediately stop the job-killing Trans-Pacific Partnership, another disaster in the making. As part of our plan to bring back jobs, we are going to lower taxes on American business from 35% to 15%. We will massively cut taxes for the middle class, most importantly. And by the way, Hillary Clinton is going to raise taxes very substantially. You saw that during the debate. By the way, who won the debates? Who won the debate? You know, she kept saying she is working on debate prep for weeks. Oh, she's always working on debate prep. You know, if you're doing this stuff for 35 years, why does she need so much debate prep? Like a week and a half before the debate, she was at her home. Why isn't she leaving? She's working on debate prep. I felt guilty. I mean, how much you have to learn, right? That was just an excuse to rest and go to sleep, okay? Believe me. By the way, two friends of mine, and I have to tell you, they are incredible. I don't even know where they are in this. This is a hard one to find. I'll tell you what. You know, a great, great couple, Barbara and Hugh Rohn. Do you know about their son Riley Rohn? Where are they? Are they around here someplace? Where are they? Come up here if you can. Do you mind? Do you mind? Come up. Tell the Secret Service, believe me, they're okay to come up, right? That would be the surprise of all time. These are incredible people. Their son recently passed away in a horrible accident. He was the biggest supporter I had. Young guy, beautiful guy, the most popular person there was. And he was just very special. And I want to introduce, and if you'd like to say a few words, Riley. Riley was their son. As much as some of you like Trump, I like you more than you like me, if you want to know the truth. This boy was our biggest fan. He loved our country. Believe me, he loved our country. Say a few words about our boy, okay? They know him.
This is for my son, Riley. We are from South Amboy, New Jersey, a very small Democratic town. We are registered independents. We vote for the person, not the party. My son, Riley, was killed Memorial Day weekend coming home from the Jersey Shore on the Garden State Parkway. My son was a late-in-life menopause baby, a gift from God. He was only 19 years old and my only son. I have 3 wonderful daughters. Riley loved Mr. Trump. He was obsessed with Mr. Trump. When there were 17, Riley said, Mr. Trump is the nominee. When there's one nominee, Mr. Trump, Riley said, Mr. Trump will be president. In Riley's obituary, Mr. Trump was mentioned because Riley loved or loves Mr. Trump. Riley's funeral was over 200 cars. He has very dedicated friends. There were signs, buttons, flags for Mr. Trump. Riley's grave marker has Mr. Trump's name on it along with the Statue of Liberty because he loves America. Richie Schneiderite, a very good friend of my son's, wrote Mr. Trump a letter expressing all about my son and asked Mr. Trump if he could just mention my son Riley on the campaign trail because it would mean so much to my son. When Mr. Trump received the letter, he tweeted, "God bless Riley Roan," and a motorcycle group put on Facebook they were donating a brick with Riley's name on it for the wall. When Mr. Trump received the letter, he wrote us a very heart-moving personal letter regarding family and Riley. We never expected to hear from Mr. Trump. We don't know Mr. Trump. He doesn't know us from Adam. He does now. Within weeks of the letter, we received a phone call from his office asking would we take a phone call from Mr. Trump. We were watching Fox News, and Mr. Trump was in Florida. He was sweating profusely in an airport hangar, complaining of 114-degree weather. We watched him leave the stage, and within minutes, our phone rang. It was Mr. Trump. He's amazing. He spent a good amount of time on the phone with us, and it was very personal. I'm not going to share what we said, but I will share. Mr. Trump said if it cost millions, and he would give everything he owned if it would bring my Riley back. What kind of man is this? What kind of man who is running for the highest office in our land, the President of the United States, takes out the time from his campaign to call us? God does bless us. Now, all you mothers out there, I want you to put yourself in my shoes for 1 minute. And you fathers too. I want you to please, please, please vote for Mr. Donald Trump in my son's honor. Please.
She does a good job, doesn't she?
Riley!
Go right over there. Wow. Oh boy, I didn't expect that. So we'll dedicate this evening to Riley, okay? Boy, that takes courage. Hard to go back to the economy after that, right? Thank you very much. That was so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We will unleash American energy, including shale, oil, natural gas, and clean coal. We will put our miners back to work. We will put our steel workers back to work. You know what's happened to your state with respect to miners and steel workers? And Hillary wants to do the opposite. We're going to put them back to work. They're going to be happier than ever before. And my infrastructure plan will provide help for projects like, did you ever hear of a place called the Pennsylvania Turnpike? Needs some help. Needs some work. We spend all these trillions all over the place. We can't fix our potholes in the Pennsylvania Turnpike or anywhere else. Our country's going to hell. Unbelievable. You look at our infrastructure of this country. We will also rebuild our inner cities. They are so bad. The African American community, the Hispanic community, people living in the inner cities have been treated so unfairly. They've been run for sometimes more than 100 years unbroken by Democrats and people with the wrong ideas. They're unsafe. You go shot walking to the store for a loaf of bread. They're unsafe. They have the worst education. They have no jobs. No jobs. You look at unemployment rate of African American youth. You look at it. It's 58%. 58%. And I say, give me a chance. I will fix it. I actually go, what the hell do you have to lose? Believe me, I will fix it. We will all fix it together. It'll be a great thing. We have to fix it. We have to fix it. We're going to fix it. We're going to fix the inner cities. We will become a rich nation once again. But to be a rich nation, we must also be a safe nation. Hillary Clinton wants a 550% increase in Syrian refugees. And that's over and above the thousands and thousands and thousands that are right now pouring into our country under Obama. Her plan will import generations of terrorism, extremism, and radicalism into your schools and throughout your communities. You know what's happening. When I'm elected president, we will suspend the Syrian refugee program. And we will keep radical Islamic terrorists the hell out of our country. You know, just in standing and watching and looking at this incredible spirit, right up to the tiny corners of the room, with thousands and thousands of people standing outside watching big screens. Anybody want to switch places with them? I say, isn't it sad that the most dishonest people there are, the media, don't spin the cameras and show them this crowd? Isn't it sad? They never show the crowds. They never show the crowds. Today, Obama had a protester. And the protester, if I have one, they immediately pick out the protester. Even though the protesters, we just found out through WikiLeaks, were paid $1,500 to go into our rallies and be violent, right? And in Chicago, they badly hurt policemen. They badly hurt other people. Although our people can take care of themselves very nicely, I will say. But whenever there's a protester, the only time those cameras move, the only time they pick out a protester, because that's a negative thing, right? And yet Obama today spoke in front of a much smaller crowd than this, by the way. And there was a protester, and a protester that likes us. And what happened is they wouldn't put the cameras on him. They kept the cameras on Obama. And I said, that's strange. You saw it today on television, right? He was talking to the protester, screaming at him, really screaming at him. By the way, if I spoke the way Obama spoke to that protester, they would say, he became unhinged, he became... You have to go back and look and study and see what happened. They never moved the camera, and he spent so much time screaming at this protester. And frankly, it was a disgrace. It was, and he shouldn't be there, and he shouldn't be there to start off with. But I'd love to see them spin the cameras. I'd love to see them go outside and see, I mean, this arena is massive, but I'd love to see them go outside and see the thousands and thousands of people that are outside. Look at the cameras. They don't move, folks. They don't move. They don't move. They're right here. They don't move. They don't want to show it, folks. They don't want to show it, but they're not happy. They see the polls. We're leading in Ohio. We're leading in Iowa. We're leading in North Carolina. We're leading in New Hampshire. We're leading in Florida. And I actually think we're leading in the great state of Pennsylvania. I do believe it. I love you people. But they won't show. Watch, you'll go home, you won't see the crowds. They won't talk about them. You got to see Hillary. She'll have like 300-400 people. What a joke. What dishonesty. A Trump administration will also secure and defend the borders of the United States. And yes, we will build a great wall. Build a great wall. Who is going to pay for the wall? 100%. They don't know it yet, but they're paying. Honestly, they do know it. They do know it, and that's all right. I met 2 months ago with the president of Mexico, good guy. We'll work things out. We'll have better relationships with Mexico. We'll have better relationships with China. Look at China. We have a trade deficit with China of almost $500 billion a year. Think of it. China. Think of it. And yet they taunt us with building a massive fortress right smack in the middle of the South China Sea. They're not supposed to be doing it. We have no relationship with China, and yet they rip us. I've had a great relationship with China. The largest bank in the world is a tenant of mine in Manhattan, so many other things. We're going to have a great relationship with China. And I'm not angry at China. I'm angry at our leaders for allowing so many different countries to rip us off. That's who I'm angry with. All right, that'll end. Does anybody have any doubt that that's not? And we will have, honestly, we're going to have a better relationship with most of these countries. The reason is they don't respect us. They don't respect Obama. He's like a cheerleader. He's jumping up and down all over the place for Hillary. He shouldn't be doing that. He shouldn't be with her. He's got to be working. You know what? We're better off if he doesn't work. He'll only make bad deals. We'll have to unscramble him. We're better off. We've received the first ever endorsement from our ICE and Border Patrol officers. 16,500. First time they've ever endorsed a candidate. It's just been reported that as a result of our open borders, violent cartels have spread into all 50 of our states. More than 90% of those arrested are here illegally. Thank you very much. They are killing innocent Americans, threatening schools, and totally destroying communities. A government that will not protect its people is a government that is unworthy to lead. As Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton allowed thousands and thousands of the most dangerous and violent criminals to go free because their home countries wouldn't take them back. They'd bring them to their countries, and very intelligently, these countries would say, we don't want them, they're murderers, drug kings, they're gang members. So they'd bring them in, and the country would say, we're not taking them back. Bring them back to your country. And she was head of State Department, and she'd say, bring them back. We don't want to, believe me, I promise you this, never once will we be bringing anybody back. Never once. Never once. And if they come back into our country, 1 year in jail. And if they come back a second time into our country, 5 years in jail. And then 10 years in jail, and they won't be coming back. They're not going to be coming. Very few, believe me, when they know that, you know what we do? We capture them over and over and over, and we let them go. There have to be consequences, folks. There have to be consequences. Hillary supports totally open borders. There goes your country. And strongly supports sanctuary cities like San Francisco, where Kate Steinle was murdered by an illegal immigrant. And this illegal immigrant, was deported at least 5 times. Not going to happen anymore, folks. Thousands of Americans would be alive today if not for the open border policies of Obama and Clinton. This includes Americans like Josh Wilkerson, whose mother I've gotten to know during the campaign. Josh was a student in a high school, good student, good kid, everybody loved him. He was murdered at the age of 17. He was tortured, strangled, beaten to death by an illegal immigrant, and then his body was set on fire. Everybody wanted this guy out. They wanted him incarcerated. In July, right here in Pennsylvania, an illegal immigrant with a previous deportation record, horrible record, raped a young child. The illegal immigrant had been arrested for aggravated assault on numerous occasions. But he was set free. He was set free. Everybody that knew him said, please, please don't set him free. He was set free by weak, ineffective policy, by weak, ineffective leadership. A Trump administration will end this vast nightmare of violence. We're talking about thousands and thousands of incidents. We will protect American lives. We will cancel all federal funding to sanctuary cities. We will stop illegal immigration, deport criminal aliens, and dismantle every last criminal cartel that's in this country. And by the way, our local police, who are so incredible, they know every one of these people. They know every one. They have to put up with them every day. When we win, you will finally have a government on your side, fighting for your community and protecting your family. We will also repeal the Obama-Clinton defense sequester and rebuild our badly depleted military. We have no choice. That means new resources for the nearby Army War College that will train the next generation of Army leaders. Now, Mosul, I talk about Mosul because I can't believe it. First of all, we had Mosul. It was the way we got out. Whether you wanted to be in Iraq, we shouldn't have been in Iraq, but we had Mosul. It was all done. But then Clinton and Obama did that crazy get out. They got out the wrong way. So they took Mosul back. Now, 4 months ago, I start hearing, we're going to take Mosul. We're going to take Mosul. And I say, whatever happened to the element of surprise, right? So we had Mosul, but we essentially gave it up. Now we're going to take it. And by the way, just so you understand, I've never even said this before. Who benefits by us getting Mosul? You know who's going to benefit? Iran. We're not going to benefit because Iran is taking over Iraq. We handed that to them along with one of the dumbest deals I've ever seen, the $150 billion back. The $1.7 billion in cash that we gave these people, a terrorist, number one terrorist nation. 1.7 billion in cash, and now they feel emboldened, and they go and they harass our ships, and they take our 10 sailors, and humiliate the sailors, humiliate our country. It's not going to happen with, he said, never happen with you, I promise. It'll never happen with me. I promise you that. I promise you that. But just to finish, because we see the Army College, just to finish. So Mosul. We want to go into Mosul. This is 4 months ago. Because we want to get ISIS leaders. We think they're in Mosul. Well, if you want to get them, you don't talk about it, right? You don't talk about it. You go get them and have the news conference later. Wouldn't that be nice? I always say, whatever happened to the element of surprise? So 4 months ago I heard it, then 3 months, then 2 months. In the meantime, you know, they're buried in there. They're using human shields. We have no choice but to take ISIS out. We have to because they're chopping off heads. They're doing things, when you read the history books, not since medieval times has anything like this happened. And it formed during this period of time of Hillary Clinton. Now Hillary is saying, we will get ISIS. What the hell did she let it start for? Now ISIS is in 32 countries all around the world. And what a shame it is. We have people in leadership that are grossly incompetent. We're going to change it. We're going to change it fast, okay? I'm honored to have the endorsement of more than 200 top admirals and generals and 22 Medal of Honor recipients. You saw that last night, right near Fort Bragg. Great place, great people. We had 21,000 people last night. We had more people last night than I have tonight. Although, if you include the people outside, we may have them. We may have them. I'm not sure. I think if you include outside, we may have more than that. Hillary Clinton brought death and disaster to Iraq, Syria, Libya, and she empowered Iran, and she unleashed ISIS all across the world. Hillary and our failed establishment have spent $6 trillion on wars in the Middle East that we don't win. And now the Middle East is in far worse shape and far more dangerous than it ever was before. They've dragged us into foreign wars that make us less safe, shipped our jobs and wealth to other countries, and they've left our borders wide open at home. We go into wars and we set strong borders. But at home we have no borders. We send our troops to foreign countries to defend their borders, but our politicians refuse to defend our borders. That will change on November 8th, believe me. That will change. November 8th, that'll be a big day. A Trump administration will never, ever put the interests of a foreign country before the interests of our country. Ever. To the people of Pennsylvania, to all of the people in the United States, I say, from now on, it's going to be America first. Believe me. To all Americans, I say it is time for change and time for new leadership. We need it. We just cannot have 4 more years of Obama, because that's what we're getting if we do this. It's 4 more years. It's ISIS running rampant. It's no borders. It's bad jobs. You see, the jobs reports are horrible. You saw what happened just 2 days ago. The jobs report is a disaster. And they're all bad jobs, because our good jobs are disappearing. It's no good, folks. 4 more years, we can't have it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I saw these great men, these great admirals last night, these great generals. These are great people, strong, smart. I saw these unbelievably brave recipients of the Medal of Honor. And I said to them, how would you feel to have Hillary Clinton as your leader? And they're wonderful Americans. And I refuse to tell you what they said. But it wasn't good, believe me. Can you imagine these people taking orders? These great people taking orders from her? Bad judgment, remember. Just think about what we can accomplish in the first 100 days of a Trump administration. We are going to have the biggest tax cut since Ronald Reagan, and maybe bigger. And Hillary's going to raise taxes. We're going to eliminate every unnecessary job-killing regulation. We will cancel every illegal Obama executive order. Protect religious liberty. Gotta do that. Gotta do it. It's time. Rebuild our military and take care of our great, great veterans, our great people. They've been horribly, horribly taken care of. Provide school choice and put an end to Common Core. We're bringing our education local. Support the incredible men and women of law enforcement. And today in New York City, 2 policemen were, as you know, were horribly shot. It goes on and on and on. We're going to save our Second Amendment, which is totally under siege. And appoint justices to the United States Supreme Court who will uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States. So important. It's time to cut our ties with the failed politicians of the past. Hillary Clinton is the candidate of yesterday. We are the movement of the future. We are the movement of the future. This is a great movement. This is a movement that's never happened before, ever in the history of our country. Ever in the history, there's never been anything like it. And I will say, and I understand how the system works. I understand the system, I guess, as well as anybody understands. I was on the other side. I was enjoying it very much. I also love our country. And it can no longer work that way. It's not fair. It can no longer work. We won't have a country. And boy, oh boy, so I went from being an insider, did I ever become an outsider? Wow. I became a serious outsider. But we're all outsiders, and that's the way we like it. We're all outsiders. But it's a movement like has never been seen before. And even of the dishonest people back there and the pundits, they say, some of them say it's the single greatest political phenomena that they've ever seen in this country. And it is. And that's why we cannot do anything that's going to stop it. We have to get out. Pennsylvania, you are so important. Everyone talks Pennsylvania. If you win Pennsylvania, you're going to win Pennsylvania. And we're doing great all over the state. And I really believe I'm going to do well in Philadelphia because that's where I went to school specifically. I love Philadelphia. Don't disappoint us, Philadelphia. We'll do great things for Philadelphia. But there's so much about Pennsylvania that's so important. And get out November 8th and vote. We're fighting for every parent who lost their child to gangs and drugs and violence. We are fighting for every community whose jobs have been ripped out and shipped to other countries. And we are fighting for every American who believes government should serve the people, not the donors and not the special interests. I'm asking you to dream big, because with your vote, and can you believe this? We're just 4 days away. You will get the change you've been waiting for your entire lifetime. And folks, I'll tell you what, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to happen in 4 years. It's over. This is it. He's just saying it's it. This is it, folks. In 4 years, it's going to be a whole different, it will never, ever happen again. It's our last chance. It's our last chance. Together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. We will make America great again. Thank you. God bless you, everybody. Go out and vote. Thank you.
Joe Seals back here at the RSBN headquarters in Auburn, Alabama. Thank you all for tuning in. 43,000 or 42,000, somewhere around in there. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been a tremendous experience tonight. My camera guy confirmed to me there that there is not one single empty seat in that entire arena, and there are, in fact, several thousand people still outside the arena watching it on a big screen. Trump is not going to lose Pennsylvania. If he does lose Pennsylvania, you know the whole thing is rigged. And we hope you enjoyed our crowd shots. And once again, you see that we are the only cameras out there that move. This is why we did this in the first place, folks. We love doing this. This is an amazing thing. We're just absolutely having a ball out here. We're going to be busy tomorrow, so please tune in tomorrow all day long. We have Trump from morning till night. Trump's going to start off in Tampa, Florida tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time at the Tampa Fairgrounds, I believe, and we are going to be there. Brad is on his way there right now, actually. And then Wilmington, North Carolina at 1 o'clock Eastern Time at a hangar, which then Mr. Trump will take off from there and head to Reno, Nevada, which we will also be there too. And if that wasn't enough for you, we have a 9:30 p.m. Mountain Time rally in Denver. So 11:30 for you folks on the East Coast. It's going to be a little bit late, but we hope you'll stay up with us. You'll see Mr. Trump has been doing exceptionally well in the polls lately. This looks like it could go. Look, Michigan. Look at the Drudge Report right now. Michigan, within the margin of error, tied up in Michigan. In most polls, he's in with the margin of error in Michigan, Pennsylvania. And this is looking like a really good A really good sign for Mr. Trump. As you can see, he just completely packs this arena, which holds a capacity of 10,500, and then the floor is completely full as well, plus all the people outside who could not get in. I would say this rally easily drew 20,000 people total if you count the people outside. So, that being said, thank you so much for all the support, folks. We need your help. I don't like to ask for donations. In fact, I hate it. I have always wanted to do things by ourselves, and that is why we need your help, actually, because we're not going to take money from big people, big corporations or huge donors. We are the People's Network, and we are going to change. We're trying to change the way the media operates. And on November 8th, November 9th, we're going to announce the future of Right Side Broadcasting. We're going to announce the future of our network. And you're going to be, hopefully, very pleased with what we have to offer you. In order to continue to grow, we need your help. Please donate to us at rsbn.tv/donate. We are a small media company from, if you haven't heard of us or if you haven't heard me talk before, we're a small, tiny media company from Auburn, Alabama, trying to take on the big guys out there. So any help that you could give us is appreciated. It's not cheap. We've probably spent $9,000, $10,000, $11,000 this last week in travel costs and internet costs and equipment costs. It takes a lot, and it's only because of you we're able to make it this far. I'm going to shut up now because we're actually going to play some stuff from the Trump campaign. We hope you enjoy it. We're going to play some clips, some interviews from the Trump campaign, and we hope that you enjoy it. The Wayne Dupree program is coming up next here on RSBN. I'm going to run a few clips of the some interviews from the Trump campaign here in just a few minutes. And then we're going to go live to the Wayne Dupree program, in which Trump communications advisor Cliff Sims will join us live tonight at 9:20 p.m., between 9:20 and 9:30 on the Wayne Dupree Show. You don't want to miss that. It's coming up here next in about 3 minutes, live on the Right Side Broadcasting Network. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for a big day.
Unleash the energy and individual genius of man to a greater extent than has ever been done before. Freedom and the dignity of the individual have been more available and assured here than in any other place on earth. The price for this freedom at times has been high, but we have never been unwilling to pay that price. Those who say that we're in a time when there are no heroes, they just don't know where to look. The sloping hills of Arlington National Cemetery, with its row upon row of simple white markers bearing crosses or stars of David, they add up to only a tiny fraction of the price that has been paid for our freedom. Each one of those markers is a monument to the kind of hero I spoke of earlier. Their lives ended in places called Belleau Wood, the Argonne, Omaha Beach, Salerno, and halfway around the world on Guadalcanal, Tarawa, Pork Chop Hill, the Chosin Reservoir, and in 100 rice paddies and jungles of a place called Vietnam. Under one such marker lies a young man, Martin Treptow, who left his job in a small